Have you ever wondered what really happened to the Cops and Crooks DLC update that was supposed to arrive in Grand Theft Auto Online? We're going to be diving into that in this video today and a whole lot more. So to get you caught up, this was going to be one of the most anticipated DLCs of 2020. I think it was supposed to come out during the summer. Instead, we ended up getting the Los Santos Summer Special, and there's a lot of reasons that you can point to why this update never came to fruition, whether it was the pandemic or other ongoing world events, or whether Rockstar just at the last minute said, you know what, this really isn't a good update or a good idea. We don't need to have this in Grand Theft Auto Online. For whatever reason, it was scrapped. And we haven't really gotten a reason why Rockstar has gotten rid of it. I don't think they're ever going to officially tell us, but we do know what happened to that update. And this actually comes from insider TezFunds2, who gives us some details on where the content from that DLC ended up going. So someone asked him that, what's the latest news on the Cops and Crooks DLC? And he flat out said, it's not happening. The contents of that DLC are being recycled into the DLCs we have received since 2020 and will receive in the future, much like the scrapped single-player DLC. He goes on to say the casino was meant to open up with the single-player DLC that was supposed to come out back in 2015 or 2016, but we only received the official opening in 2019. The Greenwood was meant to be featured with Cops and Crooks 2020 as a police vehicle. We received its civilian variant earlier this year with the Criminal Enterprises update. The Surfer Custom, you ask? It was listed amongst the vehicles planned for the 2020 Cops and Crooks DLC. We just received it as a part of the Los Santos Drug Wars update. There were mentions of new police variants for the Granger and the Buffalo. We most likely received the civilian variants with the contract update, the Granger 3600 LX and the Buffalo STX. And there's also mention of a police Panto as well. I think that transformed into the Brioso 300 we received with the Cayo Perico heist update. After all, the Panto codename in GTA 2 is Fiat, and the Brioso 300 is based off of a Fiat 500. So that's basically what happened to our Cops and Crooks DLC, is Rockstar is just dissecting and breaking down all the content that was supposed to arrive and has included it in DLCs we received going forward and that we could get in the future. And that just includes the vehicles. Who knows what other quality of life updates or properties or other businesses were going to be included in that Cops and Crooks update that we are now going to be getting in Grand Theft Auto Online going forward. And just taking a look at what TezFunds2 has said here, there's a handful of vehicles like the Greenwood, Surfer Custom, the Granger 3600 LX, the Buffalo STX, and the Brioso 300. Those were all supposed to be police versions, and we never ended up getting them because obviously Rockstar scrapped that update. And so instead of just saying, well, we're going to have to throw those cars away, they basically probably just took the police lights, police interior, and police liveries off of them and said, here you go, we'll give you a normal version that you can take and customize into the Los Santos custom shop. So again, it makes you wonder why Rockstar decides to do stuff like this, but I think there's definitely a process into why some things make it into their game and why other things do not make it into their game. And this is where we're going to follow up with the rest of this video, because someone asked Insider TezFunds2, sorry if this has been discussed already, but my initial thought when Rockstar promoted the LS Drug Wars DLC as a two-part update was that they don't have enough time to finish a proper winter DLC with the team they have on GTA Online. But seeing as all of the Part 2 stuff is already in-game, why did they not release everything at once? Or do we reckon we'll get Part 2 as a summer DLC? Or the simplest option, they don't give a you-know-what and just want to release it in two parts. And he said, technically speaking, this update was always meant to be a single update, just promoted and marketed as a two-part update. As for why Rockstar doesn't release drip feed content day one, well, we could make a whole thread about this and collect tons of opinion from every part of the community. But the truth is, we don't have access to the telemetry data Rockstar collects from every time you start playing GTA Online. There's a whole field in the gaming industry specialized in the GAAS model. Some of the devs who now work at Rockstar likely have experience working on 3 or 4 live service games. The truth is that the data Rockstar possesses could put my, well, actually, if you do this, opinion to rest. In fact, as we are discussing this, I was checking out a tunable variable called Event Weekly that was added with the contract update. As the name suggests, the variable represents the current event week. Turns out this variable is used within the earned and spent metrics. Each time you spend or earn money, the game informs Rockstar of the current event week. So this would allow the data analytics team at Rockstar to come up with a chart where they could basically look at the money earned and spent within each event week. And you can imagine that Rockstar might meet up every once in a while to look at these charts to say, okay, in this event week, they spent a lot of money, and this week they earned a lot of money, and that kind of depends on what they might doing going forward. But long story short, and going back to the Cops and Crooks update that we never received in Grand Theft Auto Online, the answer is we're never going to know. There's probably so much behind the scenes data and details that Rockstar are obviously not going to explain to us. We can obviously speculate why we think real-world events like the pandemic or other things might have contributed to why this update never came out, but there's so many details behind the scenes that we're really just not going to know about. And then to answer that first question about how the second part of this update is going to work, it is not going to be a new DLC and doesn't require a new DLC. Rockstar is just going to give us the final or last dose missions whenever they feel like it's been an adequate amount of time, alongside the other drip feed content that Rockstar has introduced. Someone even asked Insider Tez Funds 2, how do you think this website will be released alongside the 50-car garage or potentially a small spring DLC built around this? Maybe bring HSW to PC as well. That website he's talking about is the Garage, which Rockstar has confirmed is going to be a new way for us to modify and customize our vehicles in GTA Online, specifically around license plates and customizing those. He said there's no need for a new DLC. The app simply served as a way to adjust the data Rockstar has already saved on the Rockstar Cloud, so we would have a website version of that linked with the Social Club API to adjust the server-side data directly. He's basically saying there's no need for a new DLC for the Garage website to be introduced or the 50-car garage that Rockstar is going to give us on Eclipse Boulevard. That is already in the game, just waiting to be released by Rockstar. But anyways, that is all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. I would love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think of the lost but yet not lost Cops and Crooks update? Because we've gotten so much of the content and the vehicles from that DLC in updates that we've gotten since then. So let me know what you think about that in those comments down below, though. I'd love to hear from you down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all that is GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.